Anything useful?
Hancock.
So, you ready to get this show on the road?
Let's do it.
Done.
You two stay out of trouble.
Come on, Nick. You know I don't make promises I won't keep.
I have seen reports of some fatalities, but my understanding is that things are now under control. So if you happen to bump into someone from Vault 81, don't worry. They're probably not dangerous. Here's Ella Fitzgerald with another classic, Undecided, which is something I used to be quite often. Then I made up my mind. Decided to be cool.
Tired yet? I'll give you that. What's that?
Hey, X4.
I've been waiting for you.
So, what's our situation?
I assume you've been briefed? Our targets are inside. 4 synths under railroad protection. Majority of the
Place looks like
settlement
it
is
opted out of the
uninvolved
war
and are
entirely.
expected to run for cover. The situation appears to have escalated. A covert approach is likely impossible. We move in, secure the synths, and I relay out with them back to the Institute. Clear? The mission's parameters just changed. We're going shooting. Requesting backup relay now.
Shooting. Who's just doing that?
Vault 81, don't worry. They're probably not dangerous. Here's Atom Bomb Baby by the Five Stars.
Hell yeah! Oh, now it's on.
See him anywhere? Whoa, what happened?
number. Now, folks, I'm sure you've all seen or heard about the latest issue of
Hey,
Public
Synth.
Occurrences.
I've been waiting for you.
Some bold claims by our intrepid reporter. Since possibly living among us, undetected.
Yeah, the line at the car wash was super long. Took me forever.
Your attempt at humor is wasted.
The mayor's
Our
office
targets are
has,
inside.
of course,
4 Synth. The situation appears to have
validity of the
escalated.
all
A covert approach is likely impossible. We move in, secure the synths, and I relay out with them back to the Institute. Clear?
unfound.
The mission's parameters just changed. We're going shooting.
X4.
Requesting backup relay now. We need to find a way inside the main structure.
We'll never know moment. This is Radiating Colony by Billy Hopkins.
Something's out there.
Got trouble.
Sin.
Come on, please. Just don't.
Why are you so afraid?
I don't want to go back. Please, don't make me go back.
B257, initiate reset. Authorization code Theta 93 Stratus.
Won't recognize you when I'm done.
No sudden moves.
Please, no! What's so bad about the Institute?
I couldn't take it.
Y915, initiate reset. Authorization code Beta 77 Tempest. All right, Sin.
Please!
Why don't you want to go back?
Right.
Z322, initiate reset. Authorization code Gamma 49 Typhoon.
Hey, X4.
We must proceed with the mission. We must proceed with the mission.
That was being Crosby, folks.
We must proceed with the mission.
I've been looking for you.
No, I've got money. It's yours if you let me go.
What's this about money?
Yes, money. Here. 60 cap.
F633, initiate reset. Authorization code Delta 62 Arcus.
You're tuned to the Commonwealth's only
That's all of them.
respite from the tedium
Objective
and
complete.
desperation of
Hey,
Return
Sin.
to the town. Make sure all hostiles
Diamond
have been
City
eliminated.
Radio.
I will relay the synths back
Now
to the
here's Ray
Institute.
Smith
Report to
with
Father upon
Right
your
Behind
return,
Me.
and good work.
Yes? Yes?
There anything you can toss? They're gonna carry you out of here.
Come on out and let's finish this.
Hey there.
Haven't seen you before. If you need a doctor, let's get you examined.
So, you're a doctor?
Veterinarian, actually. And don't give me that look. So let's talk about you and what kind of help you need.
You're a veterinarian?
I'm an old caravan girl, okay? You learn to take care of the animals, or you don't have a caravan for very. Then you get ambushed. Satisfied? Now let's talk about what you need patched up.
Yeah. See what's wrong with me, doctor.
Tell me your symptoms.
Took one chem too many. Anything you can do?
You're strung out all right. I got something that can clean you up.
Keep your heads down.
Done. Now, was there anything else bothering you?
No other complaints.
All right. Now, don't ruin my hard work by dying out there.
Hey.
You better let me have a look at you. Not many doctors out there on the road.
I fixed up most of what's here myself, so it's all guaranteed. Unless you need to return it.
We'll get through this. Stay calm.
I wish you could have known Father as we have.
From what I hear, that rogue synth at Libertalia was a real menace. Glad it's back where it belongs.
Why can't a synth be a person too? I don't really see the difference.
That was Billy Ward and the Dominoes. The smooth sounds of Diamond City Radio are brought to you by the following. Commonwealth weaponry. It's a dangerous world out there. Protect yourself. Protect your family. Roy Brown heard about some good rockin' tonight, and he's out to make sure everybody knows.
What others call complaining, I call critical thinking and challenging assumptions.
Scanning unknown identity. Clearance confirmed. Hostile sensor reading detected.
Engaging. Hostile. Life form.
Okay! Who's there? Like a rad roach!
Statistically speaking, your survival is...
Take whatever you think. I'll keep watch.
Combat initiated.
Happy times, Spy Bob Crosby.
You know, in all my years, I've never set foot outside the Institute.
Travis Lonely
Not
Miles
once.
here, with the
Since
latest
the
news
day
update
they
from the
brought me here.
Commonwealth. And this one
I've never had a reason.
sounds heavy.
But now,
The Green Tech
this
building
just
along
confirms
those
the
is a
truth
haven
I've
for
always
good
known.
mercenaries, was recently
The
assaulted
Commonwealth
by an unknown
is
group.
dead. There's no
What I
future
understand, there
here.
aren't any gunners
The
left
only
to tell
hope
the
for
tale.
humanity lies
That's true,
below.
it's a little unsettling. Those guys meant business. There are rumors circulating that the Institute was somehow...
So why come out here?
To put things in perspective, I suppose. Standing here,
But in this case, even
I'm reminded of how fortunate I am that I was spared a life in this wasteland. I know that to you, I was kidnapped from that vault. In truth, the Institute rescued me. Both of us, really.
So you just sit back and enjoy some quality music, courtesy of Diamond City Radio. Just try to not tap your foot along to this one, I dare you. It's Uranium Rock by Warren Smith.
Why refreeze me?
As a failsafe, of course. I was the perfect candidate. An infant with uncorrupted DNA. But if something were to go wrong, if I died, well, the Institute realized a contingency plan was prudent. Another source of pre-war DNA, preferably related to their primary subject. It only made sense that my parents should fill that role. So you were kept alive and safe within the vault. I'll admit, when I had you released from Vault 111, I had no expectations that you'd survive out here in all this. To not only do so, but manage to find me. To infiltrate the Institute itself. Extraordinary.
Why let me out now? After all this time.
Well, that's hard to explain. Certainly, it was no longer necessary to keep you suspended. Well, I suppose I wanted to see what would happen. An experiment of sorts. I had no idea what kind of man you were, you see. Would the Commonwealth corrupt you? As it has everything else? Would you even survive? Perhaps.
Well, here I am. Was it worth it?
I believe so. There are greater things to come after your success at Bunker Hill. The synths have been safely returned and will be repurposed. Thank you for your work. I hope you weren't at too much risk.
What do you mean, the synths will be repurposed?
Modifications will be made to correct the defects in their programming, and they'll be assigned to new duties within the Institute. Not the first or last time it will happen. The Railroad remains an annoyance, of course, but they'll be dealt with as necessary. And you, well, you've passed the test, as they say. You have done well. Please, take this as a token of my appreciation. Our appreciation, really. It's time for you to become more involved in the future of the Institute. I'd like you to join me inside. The Directorate is meeting, and you should be there. I'll be waiting. I've seen enough. It's time to go back in. Let's get this directorate meeting over with before we speak further. It's... well, it's important. Let's get this directorate meeting over with before we speak further. It's... well, it's important. Good, we're all here. I think it's time we begin.
Sir, excuse me, but what exactly is he doing here?
I will address that issue. But there are other subjects that require our attention first. The level of unrest in the Commonwealth continues to rise, as we're all aware. Your report.
All Institute facilities remain completely secure with the exception of one notable breach. Otherwise, internally things are as tight as they've ever been. Dr. Ayo has been keeping an eye on things topside.
Yes, Watchers show no additional threats beyond those previously identified. We're still monitoring the increased activity around Fort Independence, but there are no immediate signs we should be concerned. Boston International Airport remains occupied, with Brotherhood presence noted at several other points throughout the Commonwealth. Intelligence suggests that this railroad continues to operate and is becoming more ambitious. SRB agents are monitoring all known situations, sir.
Very good, thank you. It's clear that our safety needs to be the primary concern going forward. To that end, where are we on Phase 3?
Excuse me, but, sir, are you sure this is, well, the proper time to be discussing that? Considering, I mean, given all parties present?
Ah, yes, that's true. Have you heard anything about Phase 3?
I don't think so.
It's all right. I wouldn't expect you to have. The project has been classified from the beginning. Power is, as I'm sure you've seen above ground, a very valuable commodity. I'm not talking about some abstract concept of control. I mean real, tangible power. The kind that keeps the lights on. With every advance the Institute makes, our need for raw power increases. Many compromises and sacrifices have been made over the years to allow progress to continue.
What kind of compromises?
We have at times had to rely on drawing power from above-ground installations. It risks personnel and equipment, but no longer. Phase 3 is simply the activation of a nuclear reactor that can provide enough power to the Institute now and forever. It will ensure not just our survival, but our prosperity.
Can you tell me more about this reactor?
Certainly. It was originally built for the Commonwealth Institute of Technology before the war, but was only for testing. Over the years, we've advanced the technology, made a great many improvements. The reactor is close to ready, but recent tests have determined we have a few tasks ahead of us, and to how you will help.
Sir?
Yes, Dr. Ayo. Previously, we would rely on Kellogg for above-ground operations, yes? While I'm not overly fond of putting my own father in harm's way, he has proven more than capable.
Sure.
Yes, but...
This is not a matter for debate. Now, there is one more subject that
I don't know that this is...
Dr. Holdren, it is time. As I'm sure several of you are already aware, I have been under... I'm sorry, this is... Our best efforts have failed. Every experimental treatment we could devise has been unsuccessful. I'm sorry to say I am dying.
No!
You can't
Please,
be serious.
everyone, please. I am sorry. This is not how I wanted to tell you, but we're running out of time.
There must be something we can do to help you.
The only thing that matters now is continuing the Institute's work. It will be all right. I assure you, we can talk more later. To that end, I am naming my...
Oh, boy. You can't be serious!
Really?
How can you possibly justify this? He isn't one of us. He isn't even a scientist.
Ignoring your borderline, insubordinate tone, I will simply say this. The Institute has enough scientists. What it needs is a leader. I believe my father has already proven himself more than capable. This will conclude this meeting. Thank you.
Rushed work is sloppy at best, and deadly at worst.
I had no idea.
I know this is... well, it's a lot to take in at once.
I'm sorry, Father. I hope it wasn't too presumptuous of me to put you in charge without even asking first.
I can do the job.
Of course you can. That's why I made the decision. There's no question that some of the Directorate, and the Institute at large, will need reassurances about your appointment. That's why I'd like you to take charge of this latest operation. Dr. Fillmore can fill you in on the details. There are hard decisions ahead, for all of us. But for you especially. I know that you'll do the right thing. I dislike resorting to the use of Commonwealth technology, but the advantage it will provide in this case cannot be overlooked.
Sean.
I dislike resorting to the use of Commonwealth technology, but the advantage it will provide in this case cannot be overlooked.
Son.
I dislike resorting to the use of Commonwealth technology, but the advantage it will provide in this case cannot be overlooked.
Reporting status. All functions normal.
I apologize for any disruptions that my work might cause you.
I wish you could have known Father as we have.
Busy day for you, isn't it? Well, it's about to get busier. You're going to lead this operation, I'm told.
I need some details here.
Of course.
Right.
Recent events have upset our timetable. Getting the reactor online has become our #1 priority. It needs to be running, well, yesterday. We're going to have to cut some corners. I'm not thrilled, but it means we'll need to rely on some pre-war tech. You're going to the mass fusion building to acquire a beryllium agitator for us.
What's a beryllium?
The details would be, you just keep me safe.
No way. You're not going. You'd be a liability.
Well, that's about the most insulting thing I've heard. Okay, you're on your own then. Good luck. Not to put more pressure on you, but we have to move quickly on them. We don't want them to get... Head on?
Dr. Fillmore.
So, what can I do for the future director of the Institute?
It must be a challenge to meet the power demands of a...
Absolutely. Over the years, when necessary. Fortunately, it's a good thing.
Sure. Allie.
What's on your mind?
I'd like to know about the people in your division.
Of course, Dr. Power.
Right.
He we also make use...
Father has done remarkable things. I would not exist were it not for him.
That's a great one, isn't it? Orange-Colored Sky by Nat King Cole. Good news is something often in short supply in the comic world. So I'm happy to be able to deliver a little bit to you. If you were one of the...
Over here!
Live the brother.
Shoot to kill!
Need to find the card. Key card. That'll come in handy. See?
Many of you have heard tales of the Railroad, a group working to free citizens trying to escape the Institute. While it's impossible to say for sure, they may actually be out. If so, it makes sense that they're keeping a low profile. It's a dangerous idea and is met by some very mixed reactions around the Commonwealth. I guess if you are out there, good luck not getting caught. Here's another one from Betty Hutton. Guys, don't take this personally.
Hostiles in sight! The heck? What was that?
Who's there?
Leave no survivors. Who's out there?
Could have sworn.
At Victoria. Can't feel my... Target's gone.
Wait, what was it? I must be daydreaming.
Huh? Must have been nothing. Standing down.
Something's... out there.
That's it.
You just heard crawl out through the fallout.
Protectron on duty.
Some or all of you may have heard of that old Parsons Asylum.
Time for games.
You may also to stay away from.
Been hearing things all day.
I guess no one told Raiders about that. Word is they attacked it recently. You'd think that might mean the place is overflowing with Raiders right now. But you'd be wrong. It's empty. Abandoned. Now you could assume they got what they wanted and bolted. But given how creepy that place was, you can't help but wonder
What could go wrong?
if something else happened.
200-year-old neglected nuclear
We may
furnace.
never know for sure. That's okay with me. Sentimental or sappy? Here's one more tomorrow, folks. You make the call.
compromised. Engage situation. Running close quarters subroutine. Sir?
Through.
Here's hoping this thing doesn't decide now's the time to melt down.
Now cycling airlock. Please wait. Initiating decontamination sequence. Decontamination complete. You may proceed.
Commonwealth's only resident from the
Security alert in the reactor chamber. Emergency lockdown initiated.
Now here's Roy Round singing Mighty Mighty Man.
Come out here so we can gut ya.
Please wait. Decontamination complete.
They run.
Alert level elevated. Resetting. Surprise contact. Sir?
Yes.
Powering up. Protectron on duty. Protect and serve.
Perimeter movement detected. Possible stealth unit in the AO.
Intruder identified.
Threat eliminated. Sir?
Now cycling airlock. Please wait. Initiating decontamination sequence. Decontamination complete. You may proceed. lockdown is currently in effect.
That's it.
Attempt to blink. You will be identified and
Hey.
Shoot.
Hancock.
You look like you could use this.
Your thoughts?
Institute just can't let go, huh? They'll rip Bunker Hill apart just to keep...
Hey.
What you got? Need something, brother?
I was wondering where you and I stand.
Seems like we're all right from where I'm standing.
Your thoughts?
I get the good neighbor lifestyle ain't for everyone, but it beats the alternatives. Folks in a place like Diamond City wouldn't give a ghoul the time of day.
Your thoughts?
Most folks that run with me don't.
Uh-huh. I just wanted to know how we're doing.
I guess I still got some reservations, but I think we got some promise. So long as taking care of the folks of the Commonwealth stays on the agenda.
Your thoughts?
Reliable guns are always...
Just wanted to check in. Make sure we're doing okay.
I ain't thinking about skipping out on you, if that's what you're asking. Not yet, at least.
That was all I had.
Gotcha.
Please step in. Omega approach and identify yourself. Citizens, not of the
Victoria! Destruction of buildings verified. Engaging. Come here! Let me end your suffering! No mercy! Back up! Taking fire! Get it!
You will be terminated. It will appear my target has disappeared.
Here's a bit of news concerning the Vaults of the Commonwealth. Some of you out there may be familiar with Vault 81. Nice place. They keep to themselves, not very social. Apparently they've suffered from some sort of disease outbreak in there. I guess maybe it's a good thing they don't open the door much. But I shouldn't make jokes. It was evidently pretty serious. And of course, we all empathize with what they're going through. I have seen reports of some fatalities, but my understanding is that things are now under control. So if you should happen to bump into someone from Vault 81, don't worry. They're probably not contagious. Next up is Big Maybell, bringing the house down with a whole lot of shaking going on.
I don't see the beryllium agitator anywhere. He must have moved it.
From what I hear, that rogue synth at Libertalia was a real menace. Glad it's back where it belongs.
Ella Fitzgerald, folks.
Best part of my day is coming home.
Folks, I'd like to take a moment for something a little more personal than usual.
Nice
As
work
I'm
bringing
sure
that
you
rogue
know all
synth
too
back.
well,
Sounds like
I
those
haven't
raiders
always
at
been the
Libertalia
best
were
at
quite
this
a
job.
handful.
Hey, let's face it. I've been pretty terrible. Thanks to the efforts of a few of my friends. I've decided to change how I look at things, how I live my life. I'd like to just take this opportunity to thank the Vault Dweller for lending me a hand. I really do appreciate it. All right, folks. That's enough sentiment from me for one day. Let's get it on back to the music, shall we?
The coursers give me
Let's
the
face it,
creeps,
gentlemen.
you know?
If you were
This
this
is-
guy,
I don't know,
you'd be singing
cold.
about it too. Here's 60-Minute Man.
Useless.
Hi. Isn't it wonderful here?
Hold it right there.
Is there a problem?
Routine security check. See anything?
So you'll be the new director, huh? Father always did like to challenge our assumptions.
Dr. Fillmore.
Well, I see you managed on your own. I won't lie. I was a little nervous you wouldn't pull it off. Seems I'll make sure the agitator... I understand Father is...
Dr. Fillmore.
So, what can I do for the future director of the Institute?
I'm good for now. Thanks.
Goodbye, then.
Yeah?
I wish I had more time to spend with Quentin, but I can't be in two places at once. We haven't been able to crack that one yet.
The Institute's a big place. It might take a while to learn where everything is. The Institute is my life. I hope it'll be yours too.
Your presence here is a great gift, not just a father.
I see.
We are honored to welcome you here.
Not that I've noticed. I feel quite well.
For goodness sake, be reasonable. I know you can hear me, now open this door.
What's the use? For what it's worth, I think you're a fine choice to take Father's place.
What's going on?
Dr. Higgs and Dr. Loken have decided to protest your appointment as Father's successor. They've taken control of the bioscience security systems.
Uh-huh. Have they made any demands?
Not yet, but I expect they'll demand that you renounce all ties to the Institute.
Is there a way I can communicate with them?
As a matter of fact, there is. I can unlock the maintenance tunnel that leads to the bioscience observation room. From there, you should be able to communicate with Higgs and Loken. If you can't reason with them, that should give you some options. Just please, try to talk to them first. Use violence only...
Can't pick this.
Here we are. Just give me a moment. There, it's unlocked.
Attacking enemy.
Folks, I'd like to take a moment for something a little more personal than usual.
That's it.
As I'm sure you know all too well, I haven't always been the best at this job. Hey, let's face it, I've been pretty terrible. Thanks to the efforts of a few of my friends, I've decided to change how I look at things, how I live my life. I'd like to just take this opportunity to thank the Vault Dweller for lending me a hand. I really do appreciate it. All right, folks. That's enough sentiment from me for one day. Let's get it on back to the music, shall we? Here's a classic from
I heard something. Made it past the guards, Impressive. If you've come to change our minds, then you're wasting your time.
Can we talk about this?
Father chose not to talk to the Directorate before anointing you his successor. So how about I follow his fine example?
Don't you think you're being a little selfish here?
Far from it. What we do, we...
Last chance, Doctor. Sure you won't change your mind?
This is much bigger than just you and I. I'm protecting decades of research and the answer is no. We will not back down.
Who's that in the control room?
Father's heir apparent. He made it past your impenetrable defenses.
But if he got that far...
Compose yourself, man. We've always known the risks, but we are still in control.
Just heard 3 Sons here on Diamond City Radio. Folks, I'd like to take a moment for something a little more personal than usual. As I'm sure you know all too well, I haven't always been the best at this job. Hey, let's face it, I've been pretty terrible. Thanks to the efforts of a few of my friends, I've decided to change how I look at things, how I live my life. I'd like to just take this opportunity to thank the Vault Dweller for lending me a hand. I really do appreciate it. All right, folks, that's enough sentiment from me for one day. Let's get it on back to the music, shall we? Based on this next song, I think it's safe to say that Betty Hutton had some
Only
complicated
opens with a
feelings
key.
about men. Here she is.
Don't have the key.
Doors unlocked since Defense Protocol 1! Quickly, take cover!
Dr. Loken.
I honestly thought Dr. Lee or Dr. Holdren would be appointed to succeed Father.
Max.
You have a lot to learn. If you're really going to be the next director
It's over,
of the
Dr.
Institute.
Higgs.
What do you plan to do now? Kill us and take the key? Go on then. Prove how right we were.
Is that what you want? To be a martyr?
I want only what's best for the Institute. It's all I've ever...
Lost your mind,
Dr. Higgs.
I'll do
There's
it.
a lot of hubris
I'll open the
around
door.
here lately, and I don't care for it. Max, no.
It's over, Lawrence. And you're a fool if you can't see that. Now, unless you intend to shoot me, please stand aside.
Dr. Loken.
Future generations will remember this decision, Max. I'll make sure of it.
Hi, Doc.
The rest see me as little more than a glorified repairman. But I'm as much a scientist as any of them.
Dr. Higgs.
Father can't be serious. How's an outsider supposed to know how things work here?
Dr. Loken. Hey, Doc.
Spend enough time here, and you'll be sick to death of the word synth. I certainly am.
I suggest we confine ourselves to quarters until our fate's decided. We can at least face the consequences with our dignity intact.
What choice do we have?
Newton.
Bravo. I admit, I was...
Billie Holiday, folks.
What do you mean
There is one further matter to... Obviously, some kind of disciplinary action must be taken here. The question of what form it takes is up to you.
Time for yet another slice of news from the Commonwealth, folks. Are you familiar with the old sailing ship stranded on...
Put them on probation. Limit their access to quarters and non-working areas.
That's more than fair. I'll see to it that every... I also wanted to offer you something as a more personal expression of gratitude. I know that your work often takes you to the surface where supplies are scarce. I gathered these items together for you. I think you'll find them useful.
How? Why? I suggest you just roll with it, folks. It's crazy, but it's true. Keep it tuned to Diamond City Radio for all the latest news, no matter how weird. Here's another one from the Ink Spots. It's all over but the crime.